Live stream hype? There we go. It's a little bit of a delay here. What's going on, everybody? Hey, we're working. How are the audio levels, guys? Everything okay? So, I've just found out about OBS for Mac is a thing now, so I'm trying that out for the first time today. So excuse any weird things. Sounds good? Okay, cool. Lower the music a smidge? Okay. Alright, let's turn this down a little bit. Sounding good? Alright, cool. Antone, what's up? All right, we got a pretty decent amount of people in here. What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. OBS is a classic. Yeah, I have very little experience with it. I used it a little bit on PC at work, actually, but yeah, I didn't realize until just like yesterday that there's a Mac version now, so I was real excited to see that, because now I can be like kind of a proper streamer when we do these things. Office looks nice. Thanks, Chris. What's OBS? Oil-based scrotum? No, it's open broadcaster software. So it's just like one of the many streaming softwares that you can use. Hang on, let me adjust this a little bit here. I think probably if I eat the mic a little bit more, sound will probably be good. All right. So I hope everybody's having a nice, relaxing Sunday. Oh, been out for a while. Yeah, I had no idea. I mean, the last time I checked was months and months ago. Yeah, so I was pretty stoked. And so, I mean, eventually maybe that'll come into play on the gaming channel as well. Maybe. But yeah. So I hope y'all have a tasty beverage to hang out with. I think we're just gonna chill today. We're gonna just relax, take some questions. I have a few questions that were asked ahead of time for like folks who wouldn't be able to make the stream. There aren't many of them, so I figure I'll just kind of pepper those in throughout the rest of the stream. What product am I using like right now? I have the new Earth-made concrete paste in the hair, as well as a bit of I've been using that SHRD protein cream, the fucking expensive one, the $80 one with the gold in it, because I forgot I had it, and I was like, oh, this shit's actually really good. So I've been using that the past few days. Damn, 1:30 in the morning in India. Well, thanks for staying up. Oof. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Chad. I'm glad you're feeling better now, though. Early in my journey of doing things to hair, it turned me on to 25 spray. Yeah, dude. 25 spray is the shit. Like that, it's so good. Blue hair looking snatch. Thanks, man. I'm loving it. I'm really liking this blue. This is the X Mondo Super Blue. You don't have a tasty beverage, Chris? We'll go get one, man. You got time. We're going to be here a bit. What beer is that? This is Fuzzy Baby Ducks from New England Brewing Company. It's one of my absolute favorite beers. Let's see. Can you tell me which product I should buy? Here's between thick and thin and wavy and frizzy like mine. Matte finish with smooth application. Good question. I like how specific it is. Give me a minute to think about that. I mean, how strong of a hold are you after there? Because that could come into play. But I mean, right off the bat, I would recommend like the Fuertes clay, definitely, if you want like an oil-based thing. Or Grand Classic Texture Bomb, another great oil-based clay. Or like the new grooming paste from the Salon Guy is great. Rio Texture Cream from Lodestar. I've been fucking loving that stuff. It's amazing. How tall am I? I am 5'9" and change. The beer looks tasty. Yeah, dude. It's very Citra, and it's delicious. It's an IPA, by the way, if I didn't mention that. Is the X Mondo fragrance feminine? I don't think so. It's kind of like... Sorry, my nose keeps itching. Jesus. It's... I don't know. To me, it just kind of smells like a really good quality, like, salon scent. Like, it's pretty neutral. It's got a bit of, like, cherry sweet in there, but not too much. It smells great. The X Mondo stuff smells amazing. Using crafted more than 25 with some Amity super combo. Yeah, the crafted blow dry cream is good shit. It's really good shit. And actually, it works well. Like I'll start with 25 and then put a little crafted on top of that as a preseller. It works great. Have I tried the Warhead beer? I have not. I've seen it and I've heard about it, but I haven't tried it. Is it good? I love the sheer revival Northern Lights. Yeah, Northern Lights is good. I haven't used that in a long time. I think I gave the rest of the one that I had to a friend a while back, so I would have to buy it again. But no, I really did enjoy Northern Lights when I did have it. Laksha, medium to high. Yeah, so Laksha, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, by the way. Yeah, definitely. The ones that I mentioned before would be like a perfect fit for what you're after, I think. So like Fuertes Clay or Grand Classic Texture Bomb or the new grooming paste from the Salon Guy or the new Rio texture from Lodestar Grooming. Hustle is a great option as well, Chris. Good call. I haven't used Hustle in a bit, but that's like a go-to for me. It's a solid medium hold and just really great shit. 6 foot with some Timbs on. I don't wear Timbs, but I mean, I guess, yeah, we can get there. Any favorite fragrances for wearing? And actually, that's perfect timing because one of the advanced questions... Wait, was that you? Was that the same person? Hang on. I'm trying to look at too many windows here. Oh, you're the same person. Oh, perfect. Okay, I had one... Pascal, I had one of your questions ready before in case you couldn't make it. So, yeah, fragrances. I enjoy fragrances a lot, and I've never been like a frag head, as they call it, like really into fragrances because they're expensive. But I'm starting to get into them now, especially because now like I'm older and I can appreciate like the value of a good fragrance because you could really, if you spend the money on a really good one, it's going to last you a long time. So these days, honestly, like the Morris Motley Oak Moss is hands down my favorite perfume. That shit is incredible, and I'm stoked. So that's like the one thing, honestly, that I like absolutely love from Morris Motley, and I'm really excited that they're finally restocking that soon after like 3 years of nothing. Because I'm gonna actually like make an effort to buy one this time. But aside from that, for like more affordable ones, I really enjoy the sandalwood fragrance from The Art of Shaving. And for more like budget stuff, I really like the Original by Penguin. Just like their standard, I don't even think it has a name. It's just like their standard they have a few, but their standard fragrance. I really like that one. It's cheap. It's like $20. I've been using Fructis, however you believe in conditioner, suavecito oil-based pomade. It doesn't feel greasy. Nice. Have I tried the Groomed Man Co? I haven't yet. I know that one's been like on my list for a long time, and I just haven't gotten to it. I have so many things still in my backlog that I'm trying to get to, and like I feel bad. Like some brands have been waiting like months for me to review their shit. So I think soon we're gonna be doing the concrete paste from Earthmade, because I told them like literally 3 months ago that I would review it, and I still haven't gotten to it. So that's why it's in the hair today. I filmed the demo footage for that. We've got, I have a lineup from Cub & Co. that's coming up soon as well. I don't even know. I'm looking at a shelf over here to my left that I have more products that don't fit in my bathroom that are on my to-do list. So I've got plenty, but I do want to try the Groomed Man Co. as well. I haven't tried the Warhead beer yet since I have it in Indiana. Do you know where the Warhead beer is from? I forget which brewery that was from. Adam. For my fiance's benefit, I'm going to try to master Mediterranean cooking. Yeah, that's right. Do you have any experience, tips, or good dish ideas? So it's funny that you mentioned that. My brother-in-law has gotten into cooking as well recently, so we talk about food all the time. And he has like several food allergies, so he's been kind of exploring options of what he could eat, and Mediterranean cooking has been really good for that. So I've started experimenting a little bit. I certainly haven't done much of it. But Pakistani curry is really good. The other day I made a curried chicken and rice soup, which was fucking amazing. And shawarma is great as well. A lot of just really like warm spice flavors in there, like cinnamon and coriander, and it's great. It's great flavor profiles from Mediterranean cooking. Suggest a product for thick and super straight hair with maximum hold. Honestly, probably the new wax paste from the salon guy. It would be like perfect for that, I think. Carlos, what's good, buddy? Welcome. You didn't miss much. We only started like 15 minutes ago, so we're just hanging out, answering some questions, having a beer, usual stuff. Sandalwood from Art of Shaving is amazing. Dude, right? Shit smells so good. Sundar, what's up, buddy? Thanks for coming by. Redken 1 United Spray is a great heat protectant. Have you ever tried it? I have not. Is it only a heat protectant, or is it like something else? Because to be honest with you, I don't generally like bother with products that are solely heat protectants, because I don't like care that much about that. But I would be curious to check it out, especially if it like does something alongside that as well. Is it a good idea to buy hair products on Amazon? Yes and no. The good thing about buying products from Amazon is that you have access to a lot of shit. Like you can get products from there sometimes that otherwise wouldn't necessarily be like easily available in your area. The problem with buying hair products on Amazon, though, and this goes for other cosmetic products as well, there's a weird like counterfeit product market out there. So you really have to be careful and make sure that you're getting the actual product from like a legitimate seller, because it is definitely possible to get like a fake product, which is real weird. It's not something that I ever expected I would like run into, but it's a thing. And aside from that, the only other problem that you can run into buying stuff on Amazon is that it's 100% possible to get something that is expired or about to expire. Look at my like Head and Shoulders product review video. I bought all of those at the same time from Amazon, from the same seller, I think, even. And 3 of the 4 of them were like, oh, we expire in 2022. And the other one was expiring a week from when I bought it. So, it can be kind of flaky. So just be vigilant about which sellers you're buying from, I guess, if you're buying on Amazon. Can I review the Don Juan handcrafted styling clay? Yeah, I'd be interested in checking that out. That's the one that Flagship makes, right? Nothing to do with hair, but have you kept up with Doctor Who over the years? Kind of fell out of watching it for a few years so recently. Same. The last series of Doctor Who that I watched was Peter Capaldi's, and once he regenerated and Jodie Whittaker took over, I just kind of fell out of the loop, and I've been meaning to watch it because I've heard mixed things. Like, some people seem to enjoy it, some people hated it, and some people said it got like too political and too like woke. So I've been kind of dragging my feet on catching up, but I am interested in watching it and just, forming my own opinion. Oh geez, can't do on the fly reverb burp edits in here, sorry. Chantal, can we get any hints about brands that I'll be reviewing down the line? Sure, yeah. I was mentioning a little bit earlier, so I think next up is the Earth-made concrete paste. Got that in the here today. Filmed demo footage for that. I've got a whole lineup of products from Cub & Co. from all the way down to Tasmania. I've got some hair bond stuff. I have a bunch more scents from Combat Comb Over for a reaction video. I have, it's like endless. I have so many things. Dash for Him is a clay that I feel like is pretty under the radar that I've been looking at. Yeah, plenty of stuff coming up. Oh man, I'm trying to catch up on chat here. Congrats on 25K, big numbers. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, man. I'm stoked. I really never thought I would get to this point, and I'm excited to see where this goes. Oh, breweries from Jersey or New York. Okay, yeah, that makes sense of why I would see it here in Connecticut, but Kyle, have I tried any of Evor's brews? I've tried Claymore, which was pretty good. It was a little sticky for my taste, but that's it. I haven't tried any of his other stuff. Let's see. I guess I should pepper in another one of these. We'll give it a few more minutes before I do that. Let me move this over. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, I see. Adam, I see. Allie got you the soup recipe. It was so easy to make, so easy. And it was great. What combo kit do I recommend for men with long, to the middle of your back, coarse wavy hair? I mean, honestly, at that point, definitely you need some smoothing solution. So I always love 25 spray. I saw some chatter earlier about the Viper oil from Xmondo. That shit is unbelievably good. That would be amazing for you. And then maybe something crafted blow dry cream, something that has, it's going to have a light hold, but it's going to give you some control and some texture on top of the smoothing. Try Indian butter chicken. Yeah, I've seen that, and I've been curious about it, and I haven't tried making it yet, but I know it's a popular dish. Cheers, Carlos. Redken spray has 25 benefits, so it's like Redken's version of 25 spray. Let's see. All right. I think I'm starting to catch up on chat here. Billy Pope. Cheers, man. Thanks. Yeah, I'm really liking the blue as well. I'm really into it. Kaelin King and Kaelin Queen. Wifey Kaelin dudes. Yeah. DNS for Dummies? Oh, you can read that back there? Damn. You got some good eyesight. I didn't think you'd be able to like make out at the books on the shelf. Yeah, that's DNS is a pain in the ass, but it makes everything work on the internet, so it's a thing that's needed. And if there's a problem, it's usually DNS. What's DNS? It's domain naming system. So that's what converts IP addresses into domains. So like google.com is actually is an IP address. And so DNS is what will, when you type in google.com, that goes out and DNS goes, oh, you mean this. And that gives you the IP address and it gets you to the website, basically, in a nutshell. Question from a fan in Saskatchewan, Canada. Who's your bias in BTS? Probably RM. But I don't know. Because I really like Jin. I mean, he's worldwide handsome. How can you not like Jin? But I also really like Hobie because he's a fucking dork. So I don't know. It's hard to choose. I think RM is similar to me, though, where he's just like done sometimes. Can't wait until you get your hand on Shavu's new pomade. Yeah, well, so they sent me one, and it's literally been like lost in the mail. It was supposed to come in on February 20th, and it got held up somewhere along the way. And I actually just checked like yesterday, I think, and it's finally like almost here. So I should be getting it sometime this week, I think. Skip. With so many different kinds of hair powders or dust, which ones do you recommend for thin hair but has a good hold? I really like the Mason's texture powder. That one's really good. The Faith and Integrity has one. I don't know if it's like out yet. Frank sent me a sample of it. I got this, it looks like this little drug bottle here. His was quite good. What else? Samson's. Samson's makes a really good hair powder. Do I have a current absolute favorite pre-styler? Probably not one. I think I can narrow it down to, 25 is always on the list, but as we mentioned a little bit before, Viper smoothing oil from Xmondo is fucking incredible stuff. Beyond those, lately I've been using more of the SHRD, like $80 gold protein cream stuff. That's good. I don't know if I would use that like on the daily though. Two products I still love. You mentioned Lockhart's Fire and Brimstone Clay and Crafted Matte Clay. Yeah, dude. That's right. I've been meaning, I meant to buy like another jar of Fire and Brimstone this year, and I didn't, and I'm kind of sad that I didn't now. Sam the Milligram, what up? Thanks for coming by. Not a question, but just want to let you know I finally snagged my first platinum trophy the other day. Took me all the way to New Game Plus 4, but Bloodborne is finished. Nice, dude. I still haven't gotten my platinum in Bloodborne. I need to go into the Chalice dungeons. Those are the only 2 trophies I'm missing. Can I suggest a great hair clay in India? It's called Fang. I've never heard of that. Interesting. Send some Warhead beer my way. If I find some, I'll buy it and I'll send you a message. Man bun style? What about man bun style? Have you tried Avita grooming clay? By the way, so now that we're here and there's 35 people in here at the moment, maybe we can come to a consensus, because I've gotten weirdly a few comments lately on that video that are like, "Oh, did this guy figure out how to pronounce Avida, but like nobody gives me phonetic spellings. So like, what is it? Is it Avida or Aveda or like something weird? I don't know. I've only ever heard Avida, so that's what I assume it is. Is that not what it is? Avday. Cavalier clay versus Shavu ocean clay versus Forte texture clay versus claymation. Which do you like the most? Out of those four, hands down Shavu ocean clay. Hands down. Like, I didn't even have to think about that. Cavalier is heavy and gets greasy. Forte is a fucking hockey puck that you have to heat up with a blow dryer for 10 minutes before you can even get out of the jar. Claymation is fine. It's mediocre. And Shavu is kind of like, it's like the ease of use of claymation, but with, I think, a stronger hold and like more of a conditioning effect to it. You need to try doubles. Double what? Trion Juggernaut? Double what? Double IPAs? I like double IPAs, if that's what you're on about. How did he read that? Yeah. Is that an old photo of me on my right? Yeah, it is. Those are college graduation photos of myself and Allie. Keep thinking that BTS stands for Backstreet Boys. No. Did I attend college and what was my major? I did, yes. And my major was computer engineering technology. Which was weird. Like when I went to that school, that major, it was the first year that major was there. So it was like a trial run. So I kind of got screwed a little bit. But it's basically IT stuff. But my major included more of like some of the hands-on portions of computer engineering. Like I had like a microprocessors class and like analog circuits, digital circuits, and then some like mechanical engineering, physics, math classes and stuff, which I totally never use in my actual job, but you know. How to deal with a texture clay that turns hard. Mine is Morris Motley. The texture is not creamy at all, and it's getting harder. Is that like Stefan is that like really old Morris Motley or something? It should not be hard. So if it is, and it's not old, I would maybe get in touch with Morris Motley because that sounds like there's something wrong with that. Thanks for the Moroccan oil videos. I now mix the texture clay with the grooming cream and it works perfectly. You know, Paul, I haven't tried the grooming cream yet from Moroccan oil, and that's on my list as well. Because I love Moroccan oil in general. And so I've heard good things about the grooming cream. I want to try it out. How many tats do you have and what are their meanings? I've been curious to ask, but also hesitant because I know tats can be really important to some people. I have to do math now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 tattoos. So these 2 are the most recent. I have because my microphone's in the way. I have a chef's knife here with some herbs and then a bundle of herbs on this arm because, as you might imagine, I love cooking, and that's been like my obsession lately. I have this big ol' coffee tattoo on my left arm because coffee is my lifeblood. I have the Dark Souls bonfire on this forearm. One, because the Souls series is one of my favorite series of games. And then, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I have the Final Fantasy VII meteor on my left chesticle over here. That was my very first tattoo. Is FF7 was my favorite game throughout childhood, and so that was like a just super great memory for me. Hit you up on IG. Oh yeah, yeah. All right, Brandon. I'm gonna copy and paste your username right now so I don't forget about it. So let me do that. And if I find that Warhead beer, I will let you know. No, I didn't. Notes. I didn't want a new folder. I just want a new note. Here we go. Warhead beer. IG. There we go. Okay. Minimize that. Okay. A Scottish accent has never been able to pronounce Avita either. I always say it both ways. Doubles is a type of street food from Trinidad. Google it. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to look into that. Actually, I'm going to look into that right now. Doubles. Trinidad. Trinidadian doubles. Is it like, am I being an idiot American and saying doubles when it's actually like double or something? Curried chickpea flatbread sandwiches? That sounds amazing. Snack-sized sandwich made of 2 flatbreads, known as a bara, and filled with a curried chickpea filling or chana. That sounds fucking great. I'm definitely going to have to look into that. Thank you for the recommendation. What's your opinion on Dark Souls 2 if I ever played it? I did play it. I played it once, and I liked it. I mean, I think it gets shit on a lot. And it's definitely my least favorite of the Soul series, but my only reason for that is because I feel that the combat is really fucking slow, and it's so hard for me to get used to it after like playing, Dark Souls 3 or whatever. Literally any of the other Souls games, even Dark Souls 1, have faster combat than Dark Souls 2. So I really suck at Dark Souls 2, and it makes it really like extra frustrating because I die to like basic bitch enemies all the time. I do want to play through it again though, because like I never played through all the DLC, and from what I've heard, the DLCs are the best part. So I definitely do want to return to it at some point. Any medium firm or firm hold clays you would recommend for sensitive scalp? Good question. I mean, honestly, probably like Fuertes clay or even Shavu. Just because they're both oil-based, and so you'll have a little bit more like moisture in the hair, and that way it won't dry out your scalp or anything. Chef's knife looks sick. Thanks, man. So these two aren't done yet. I'm waiting to make a follow-up appointment with my tattoo artist to go back and have them touched up, and we're going to add a little bit of like green watercolor behind them. Not a lot, just a touch. I think they're going to look sick. Stefan is okay. Old batch, maybe 2 years old. Texture's pretty hard. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Is there any chance to make it back to creamy again? I don't think so. I mean, because really, like hair products, generally speaking, at the maximum, have a shelf life of 12 months after you open them. So that doesn't mean that they're going to be like bad to use after that. But when they do expire, I mean, that just basically means that after that point, they might not behave as intended because of the half-life of some of the ingredients that are in them. So it's probably just dried out at this point, to be honest. Do I do PC gaming? No. I would like to someday, maybe, if I have like a lot of money to build a gaming PC. But I had a gaming PC back in a million years ago when I was in college, and but these days I had to spend my money on a new iMac for video editing. So these days I just game on console, so it's like PS5 mostly. but maybe someday, you know. Oh, thanks, Lovey. I just saw your message about beer refill. Not just yet. A few more minutes. Thank you. Baxter Clay gets pretty hard too. Yeah, I mean, Baxter Clay is kind of like just hard in general. Its shit is like thick. I mean, it's not as hard as like Forte. Like Baxter, you can still fucking scoop it and use it, but it is a beefy boy clay for sure. Is Moroccan oil texture clay a good clay for my hair type? Not really, in my experience. I would like to try it again because I saw a more recent video that like Robin did on it, and with the way that he described it was totally different from the experience that I had. So I had bought mine on Amazon. So like we talked about that earlier in the stream, like buying products on Amazon. So I feel like I may have gotten a bad batch or something. So I do one of these days want to buy the Moroccan oil texture clay again and see, but when I did try it, it was too like thickening for my hair, so it just made it feel like tangly and dry. So it from what I've seen thus far in my own personal experience, it seems like it would be a product more suited to someone with finer hair who needs like a volume boost. Wifey coming in clutch with the tasty beverages. You know that's right. What are my favorite Souls likes? Good question. I really enjoyed the combat of Neo, but I didn't finish it because I got bored, to be honest, because that game I feel like is more, while it has what you could consider Souls-like combat, I feel like it's less story-driven and it's more like just a grindy game, like grind to get the best gear and become overpowered. So like, because the story was so confusing and like not, I don't know, the story didn't hook me, and the music I didn't care for, and the enemies to me, it was like I was fighting the same 4 enemies over and over, which is kind of a bummer, but the combat was amazing. I've been meaning to try, I can't think of the name of it now, but that more recent Star Wars game, because that seemed like Jedi Souls. I heard that game was really good. I'd like to try it. And I know there were some other Souls likes. I've been meaning, like my brother-in-law was playing Mortal Shell, which looks very difficult. Should give Dark Souls 2 another chance. The DLC are super challenging, it's true. Yeah. One of these days I will play it again for sure. What would you say is your current favorite hair product? And that's a question I get a lot, and I never have a good answer for it. Because I use so many. Oh god, I feel like a sneeze is coming on, but it keeps like coming and going. Okay. So yeah, favorite, I don't know. Favorite, like I can't choose just one because I always use at least 2 to 3 products while styling, because like I use at least 1 pre-styler, sometimes 2 finishing product, sometimes like a hairspray or something. Oh, pause. Anton, bed is calling. Cheers, man. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate you staying up late. Get some sleep. But yeah, I don't know. It's a tough call. It's hard. It's really hard to pick just one. I can tell you a few that I've been really enjoying though. The Fuertes clay reform, the Fuertes texture bomb as well, and the Rio texture cream from Lodestar. Those I've been greatly enjoying those lately. Do you plan on reviewing the upcoming Odin wax cream from Templeton? I just saw that today, actually. Maybe? I don't know. Oh, God. Stephanus, keep the old batch scent. Yeah, I agree. I do greatly enjoy Morris Motley's scent. Adam, throwing this out a couple times will certainly help you get through the chalices to your platinum. Dude, yeah, I'd be into that. Especially now, because like with the resurgence of players on PS5, even though there still isn't a fucking 60 FPS patch for it yet, which there should be. But yeah, I've been thinking about one of these days, like after I finish Demon Souls stream, I was thinking about doing like a fresh run through of Bloodborne on stream, just because I fucking love that game. That's like one of my absolute favorite games of all time. So I'm always happy to play through it. I like that the Moroccan oil grooming cream will wet down the texture clay so no tugs, and then it dries great. Okay, I could see that being a thing. That makes sense. Get a custom PC to edit videos and play awesome games. Yeah. I mean, I'm really, in terms of like video editing though, I'm really a Mac guy because I really enjoy Final Cut, and I'm well versed in it now. So like having to learn something else like Adobe Premiere or something, like fuck that noise. I'm so comfortable with Final Cut now. Plus Final Cut, like I paid for it and I have it now and I get updates for life, versus, like Adobe Premiere, like I have to pay a monthly fee for that. Like fuck that noise. Trion Juggernaut. I don't know how it tastes in America. I think the seasonings compared to Trinidad, we need to try one with sweet sauce and the other without. Tastes better without. I pronounce it correctly. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to look into that, because that's definitely something that I feel like I could make myself and just like mess around. Swiftless, what up? What up, dude? What's the mic I'm using? It sounds amazing. This is a Zoom H2. This is the mic that I use to record all of my videos. I agree, it sounds great. And it's cheap. It was like $100 microphone, and it has so it has like 4 little microphones in it, so I could do like surround sound if I wanted to, and it has you can stick an SD card in it, and it has a built-in recorder. That's really great. I mean, you can't beat it for like $120 or whatever I paid for it. It's a great microphone. Fallen Order. I haven't played Fallen Order. I've heard plenty about it. I heard a lot of mixed things. Cool hairstyle. Thanks, Razib. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Which hair clay do you recommend for thick, coarse hair on a budget? What kind of budget are we talking here? Because I can narrow it down if I have like a price range. I mean, to be honest, I have. Well, yeah, okay. Now, I guess for like budget, I would probably recommend the. What the fuck did they call it? The Target brand Goodfellow. They didn't call it a clay. They called it like a texture fiber or something. It's not a fiber, it's a clay, but it's like $8, and it's really fucking good. Smells great, works great. And I haven't used a clay at that price point that was as good as that, to be honest with you. Laksha, good night. Thanks for coming by. I'm sorry the stream was so late in your time zone, but thanks for hanging out as long as you did. Get some sleep. Fuertes never really disappoints. Yeah, dude. Frankie knows what the fuck he's doing, and his products are amazing. All of them. Every single one is great. Just got nostalgia. Wait, before I read that, I've been forgetting. I said I was going to pepper in these handful of questions that I had gotten ahead of time for people who weren't able to watch the stream. So, like, all right, I have one here from Max May. What are your go-to hair products right now if you're not testing products? So I kind of talked about that earlier, but definitely 25 spray and Xmondo Viper smoothing oil as like probably my top two pre-stylers. Crafted blow dry cream also, but 25 and the Viper from Xmondo definitely. And stylers lately, if I'm not testing, yeah, like thank you.
You're welcome.
Everybody say hello to wifey. Let's see what else. Fuertes clay, Rio texture cream from Lodestar Grooming, and what was the other one I said before? Oh, the grooming the yellow label grooming pastes from the Salon Guy. Those have been probably my go-to these days when I'm not testing other stuff. How to feel motivated to learn how to cook? Good question. I think, like, I don't know. I mean, part of it is just I love food. So, like, I love eating. and which I think is partially just from my Italian heritage. Like, anytime there's a family get-together, it's just all about, like, having delicious food and hanging out and having a good time talking to each other. And just over time, I've really started to enjoy, like, that had this great delicious thing at this restaurant. I wonder how they made that. And then just kind of like looking into it and trying a recipe. And as you do it more and more, you start to just have this knowledge of, like, where you don't have to look up a recipe every time. Like, you could just say, oh, I'm going to make this thing. Okay, I know I need, like, these spices. I need these ingredients. And you can just kind of toss them in and you taste along the way. And it's just, I don't know. There's something really satisfying about making a delicious meal on your own and like putting your own spin on it. So it's become a really enjoyable thing for me. Like, I'm 95% of the time, if I'm like, oh, I have to go cook dinner, I get excited about it. And I'm not like, oh, I have to go fucking cook, And once in a while, like, if I've had a really long week or something and I'm just exhausted, then sometimes I might be like, I don't have it in me to cook tonight. But more often than not, it's just, I really have enjoyed, like, experimenting with different recipes and flavors and just, like, learning about how spices really work and, like, what is the salt doing to your food. And so, like, Allie for Christmas got me the Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat book, and I'm about halfway through it right now, and I have learned so much, like, about just cooking in general, like the fundamentals, and it helps. And then it makes you, like, once you learn that stuff, then I get excited, like, oh, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try this new thing, And so I think that's a huge part of it for me. And it's also kind of like a double-edged sword now, though, because I've definitely spoiled myself, because now that I've gotten, like, what I would consider pretty decent at cooking, like, I'm not amazing or anything, but, like, I can cook pretty well now. So now, like, if I go to, like a chain restaurant or something, or just, like, somewhere where they, like, and I eat something, I can tell, like, oh, this like came out of a bag and they just threw it in a fryer, or, like, this was just, they chopped up some cheapo lettuce and did this. So like I'm kind of spoiled now, where if I eat something that I know is not like up to my standards, then I'm like kind of bummed out about it, you know? And it sounds really snooty to say that, but it's one of those things where like I'll be eating something and I'm like, I could have made this better at home for cheaper, you know, like, so that's kind of I guess partially the downside to it. But then, you know, you learn to avoid those places and you find new restaurants that make like really fucking good food, and then you get inspired to try to make it yourself, you know? All right. Let's see. Back to these questions here. Colin. Just got nostalgic moon paste for the first time. Didn't see any reviews from you. Any plans? Maybe. A nostalgic was on my list for a long time. I've never tried their stuff at all. I'm not opposed to it, I don't think. I don't know. I've seen some stuff floating around the internet about like, I think it was nostalgic, that like the owner said some things on social media that were like not well received by people. Like they were kind of like, it might be a little racist. I don't know. I might be wrong. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it was nostalgic. I don't quote me on that though. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Whatever. I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. It's always DaVinci Resolve. You only pay it once in your set. Personally use Premiere and love it. Use Final Cut and it seems confusing. Yeah, so it's funny that you say that, because for me, like, I'm so used to Final Cut now that I've installed Premiere like for people at work, and so I've seen it a little bit and I'm like, oh, it looks kind of like Final Cut, but you know, it's obviously not the same, not exactly the same. So it's new, and it would just be a steep learning curve. I have heard good things about DaVinci Resolve, though. I forgot about that. Anthony, I'm kind of struggling smoothing my hair out with the flat wrap technique. Is it just a matter of hitting my hair with hot air for longer? Maybe. The flat wrap thing is, I don't know. There's definitely been a resurgence in the flat wrap technique ever since, like, I don't know, what was it, like a year ago now, probably, or maybe even longer than that. That like Andrew Does Hair put out a video, and then Blue Bond put out a video. I mean, the flat wrap technique has been around since the 80s. Like it's been a thing for a long time, but it takes a long time. You know, like it's a lot of like going this way, and then going back, and then going the other way, and back, and this way again, and you keep doing it and doing it and doing it, and it takes, you have to be patient if you want to use that method, because it takes fucking forever, honestly. And in my opinion, for my hair at least, of course this isn't going to be true for everybody, but for me, I've kind of adapted part of the flat wrap technique into just my daily blow dry routine. So I don't do like a full flat wrap. I'll take like a paddle brush and go like to the right, back, to the left, and then I go in with my round brush and go through that way, which I think is basically what I did in my most recent tutorial, which, now that I think about it, I haven't done a tutorial in a long time, but yeah, it's really, if your hair isn't getting quite as smooth or as straight as you want, it is probably just that you haven't been doing the whole process for a long enough amount of time. It's slow going, especially depending on how long your hair is and that sort of thing. Have I ever gotten in way over my head trying to cook something new? Sure. Yeah, I mean, that's bound to happen. I think like that's probably one of the things that when you first start out cooking and you're not real, you know, like you haven't developed like a rounded technique yet, and you might say, oh, I'm going to try this recipe, and then you get into it and you're like, oh, this has like 58 fucking steps. This is way too much. But then that's something that, you know, as you learn more about cooking, you kind of learn like, okay, if I'm making this very involved recipe that has a lot of steps and a lot of different pieces to make, you have to kind of, in a way, think in like the restaurant mindset, like, well, I don't know, how the fuck is somebody going to make this in a restaurant and get it out to a table in like 20, 30 minutes? Well, because they prepare a lot of it ahead of time. So, you know, you might need to, you know, chop all your vegetables earlier, or, you know, make part of your sauce earlier, or you know, make something early so that you have pieces, and then when you're ready to actually make your meal, you have all your pieces ready to go, and then it's just a matter of like assembling. So that's definitely something that I think just comes with practice. Man, I am really behind on chat. Jut, 15 to 25 pounds. Yeah, so that was before we were talking about the budget hair clay. I mean, in that range, you could definitely get like Grand Classic Texture Bomb, or or like a, you know, Salon Guy product, or, you know, because you can get from like Slickar Shop or Mocher or something. I think Fuertes is out of that range, so a little above that range, but yeah, otherwise, I don't know if you guys have targets over there. The Goodfellow fiber is actually a clay, and it's really good. It's cheap. Probably be like 10 pounds or less. Probably more like 7 pounds. Would you recommend pre-styling, post-styling, and even shampooing with Monarch matte paste? Couldn't remember if you said you used to do that back in the day. Shampooing with Monarch matte paste? I don't... What? Well, I mean, first of all, my experience with Monarch matte paste was shit. That product just did nothing for me. It smelled like old lady lavender perfume. It had a light to medium hold at best. It was not matte like it wanted to be. I guess if you were gonna use it, I would probably recommend pre-styling with it, if anything, because post-styling with it was trash. I don't know what you mean by shampooing with it, though. It's definitely not a shampoo, so don't... If you're washing your hair, don't put Monarch matte paste in it when you're washing your hair. Unless you mean, like, does it take shampoo to wash it out? I don't think so. If I remember correctly, it just came out with water, but... Suavecito budget stuff soon. Yeah, Suavecito is a brand that is obviously like very popular on the budget radar, and I could go with that one of these days. Chantal, that's why I love cooking rather than baking. So much freedom to put your own spin. Yeah, that's the same with me. Like, I'm not good at baking. And to be fair, like, I haven't tried to get good at baking. But I definitely agree. I feel that baking is much more of a precise science, where, you know, you need exactly these measurements of these ingredients, and you can play around a little bit with, like, you know, if you're adding fruit or you're adding certain spices or something, but like, if you have the wrong amount of baking soda, you're fucking boned. Versus like just, you know, savory cooking, you're free to fuck around as much as you want. I should make a channel about making food. That would be pretty interesting. If I had like a larger kitchen that would be conducive to filming, I might consider that, but my kitchen is small as hell. Bro, why don't you just make your own hair product line? Because it's very expensive. I think that's something that people don't realize with these big name YouTubers like fucking, you know, Alex Costa and Bluemon and stuff. They were able to make hair product lines because they were already very well off in terms of money. Because you like to get a lab produced quality product is very expensive. Some labs will require you to buy like 5,000 units in order to make a product for you. So you would have to put up like, potentially like $10,000-$15,000 up front, and then fucking hope that it sells so that you can make your money back and profit. And I'm just an IT guy who makes hair product videos for fun on the weekend. Like, I don't have that kind of startup cash. And also, like, I don't know. Would it be cool to have my own product if people wanted it? Sure, of course it would, but I don't know. I don't feel qualified for that. Like, I'm not a hair professional. Like, I didn't go to hair school. I'm not a chemist, so like, I'm not gonna be fucking around trying to make my own shit. And while it would be super cool to have my own line of lab products, I don't feel like I would deserve that, because I don't like, this is just a fun hobby for me, and I don't feel like I have enough experience in the professional hair world to like deserve having my own product line. You know what I mean? What is my favorite fast food restaurant, if you eat fast food at all, that is? Well, I'm going to have a controversial opinion here, I think. For like straight up fast food. Well, maybe not so controversial. Whatever. For straight up fast food, Taco Bell, I think, is number one. Fucking Taco Bell, like, they know what they're doing. It's fourth meal. So, like, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning on the weekend, and like, you're fucking starving. Taco Bell always sounds great. Aside from that, I think, oh geez, I just realized like my microphone is like clipping. Is my voice really loud, or is that just, is it all right? Yeah, I don't know. If as far as like regular fast food, I guess like I like Arby's, man. I don't know, like people don't like Arby's for some reason, but like fucking curly fries, bro. Curly fries are amazing. Roast beef, like nobody else has. Well, I mean, there's like Roy Rogers, but who the fuck has seen a Roy Rogers anywhere? Like, that's, you don't see those anywhere. And I feel like Arby's is kind of the other roast beef place. And then aside from that, like, I guess what I would consider, mic is fine. Okay, cool. I was worried that I was like too close to it, and that you guys were listening to just like microphone too loud crust. Anyway, yeah. So I guess like for quick food as opposed to fast food, I mean, like Five Guys, dude. Just close your arteries, but it's so fucking good. More tutorials? Yeah, it's been a long time since I've done a tutorial. I definitely feel like we're due. So I'd have to look into that and consider like what would be a good option. Can I burp on command? I guess. It definitely helps if I've had a carbonated beverage. Do you ever suffer from acne on your scalp? Any recommendations for shampoo or anything? I never had. I mean, I had really bad acne back in the day, but it was all on my face. I never really had a scalp problem. The best thing that I can recommend is to actually go see a dermatologist. They'll be able to give you the best recommendation for that, because that's more of like a potentially medical thing. But from what I've experienced and from what I've learned so far, probably something with tea tree oil in it might be soothing. So it's kind of like a minty but not too minty feel. And you can, that's like really soothing for your scalp. So maybe something like Pure from the Salon Guy. Aren't you a little scared to try new hair products that could possibly cause permanent damage to your hair or scalp, like Diva Curl? No, I don't know what Diva Curl is, but I've never like seen a product and been like, oh shit, if I use that, it could burn all my hair off. And if I did see something like that, then I'm staying the fuck away from that thing. But I mean, that's why I don't bleach my hair at home, because I leave that to the professionals so that I don't fuck myself up, you know. But like just general like styling products in general, no, that's not a concern for me. Danny J, what's good? Thanks for the great content. Trying to decide between Fat Boy styling cream and the Rio cream you mentioned. Hair is longer than usual, so need something with hold and movement. Well, I haven't used the Fat Boy styling cream myself. I've only used their Perfect Putty, and that was a really long time ago. And I mean, the Rio texture cream is fucking amazing stuff. It's great. So I can definitely highly recommend that. I think it'll work great for longer than hair because it will give you hold, but it will also give you movement. So I can't really speak for the Fat Boy styling cream, but I can definitely recommend Rio for sure. Would you ever consider streaming on Twitch? I don't know. I think that would be something like if my gaming channel decided to like take off somehow, maybe. But I don't know. Twitch is kind of like shitty lately, like from what I've been seeing. Like there's people get banned for like really dumb reasons, then other people do shit that they should get banned for and they don't. And they're doing all kinds of weird shit lately, like trying to outlaw normal words like lame. I don't know. Twitch is a weird place. And it's, you know, it's obviously been a very successful platform for a lot of people. And I think that would be something maybe like if I did have like a proper gaming PC, like a real streaming setup, that would probably be more tuned for something like Twitch. But for me, and what I'm doing here, I don't think Twitch is really the right platform for me. The green juice from Taco Bell is so immaculate. What green juice? Oh, like the, you mean the drink? Like Mountain Dew Baja Blast? Is that what you're talking about, Chris? I'd rather have authentic tacos. Maybe that's because I'm Mexican. Oh, no, 1,000% I would rather have authentic tacos than Taco Bell. But the question was about fast food, so I think we don't really have that many places around here where you could get like quick authentic tacos. Like I would have to order them ahead of time and go and shit. Do you believe that shaving regularly can fix a patchy beard? No, I don't think so. In my opinion, generally speaking, patchy beards are a genetic thing. And so the amount you shave is not going to have any effect on that, unfortunately. Because my beard doesn't connect right here, and I wish it did. But it's been like that since I ever started growing a beard, so. And I've tried various forms of shaving and trimming and whatever, and it doesn't affect that at all. All right, I think I need to take a very fast bathroom break here. So if you all don't mind, I'm going to take a quick 5 and I'll be right back. All right. In the meantime, get yourself a refresh on your beverage. I'll be right back. Oh, let's see. Can I be like a cool streamer and quickly put up something here? I can put up like a BRB. How do I edit this without... I don't know. Let's see. Copy. Let's see. Did that? I think that worked. It looks like I've got the BRB screen up. Cool. So I can be kind of a proper streamer now. I probably should have done that ahead of time to not make you guys wait. But okay. Anyway, I'll be right back now. Okay, we are back. Let's bring the video feed back. Here we go. Yeah, proper streams. Kinda. I'm still learning. But it's exciting to be able to do shit like that, you know? All right. So let's see. Of course, there's a pretty massive delay between what I'm doing and YouTube. Now I can see myself. Okay. All right. Even if you made your product line, you'd have to bias whether it's good or not. Defeats the purpose. What? Hang on. I need to read that again. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Love you, big fan. Thanks, Mohammed. Appreciate that. Haven't watched many new movies since the pandemic. Have you seen any good movies lately? I've been watching. You've started watching like some old stuff again. Like, thanks, Adam. And Allie's gonna laugh in the other room, but I've been talking about this a lot lately. The movie Dredd, the fucking Judge Dredd movie with Carl Urban, is an incredible movie. It's like, I was so shocked at how good that movie was. So I watched that again recently. not a movie, but we've started watching Battlestar Galactica again recently, which the reboot of that series is unbelievably good. But yeah, aside from that, I haven't really watched that many like films lately, which is weird for me because I used to watch movies all the fucking time. What hair colors do you recommend for colored men? Like, are you saying like dark skin dudes? I don't really fucking dread. Yeah. I have been trying to get Allie to watch it because it's fucking good. Chat, tell Allie to watch Dread. It's a good film. It's well, so put it in terms for those of you who haven't seen it, and this is actually one of Allie's best friends said basically Dread is like Cyberpunk 2077, the movie, and in a way it is, but without glitches, obviously. Anyway, back to the hair color question. So, okay, yes, dark skin. Okay. I mean, you could do really anything, really. Like, blue looks amazing with darker skin. Like, you could even go, for me, like, yellow hair would work, but, like, proper yellow hair would probably look pretty dope. Greens, pink. You got a lot of options. I want to start coloring a bit of my ends on the top of my head. What's the bleaching technique you ask for when you get yours done? I've never bleached my hair before. So Chantal, probably what you would want to have done are just some foils, like highlights, basically. Because usually when you have your hair bleached, you're either going to get foils done for highlights, or you're going to have a whole head bleach like all the way down to the scalp, which is not what you would want in that situation. Or you could get like a balayage, which is basically instead of using foils and going through with a foiling comb to like separate strands, they just kind of do it with a brush, and so they'll paint the hair so that like you have dark roots and it gets lighter and lighter towards the ends for like that kind of well, I mean, yeah, balayage, but so that works really well too. So probably either foils or balayage would be appropriate for what you're after. I've gotten highlights before. I had a caramel color. Yeah, that's always good. Like if you got dark hair, you like caramel highlights in there. Yeah. Have you tried mixing up products, like combining a paste and a clay? I guess. I don't know. I'm not really into that, to be honest with you. Like, it's certainly possible. Like someone was mentioning earlier, like you can combine the Moroccan oil texture clay, which is dry, with their grooming cream to make it less dry and whatever. So it's certainly a thing that people do. But I don't particularly do it. I usually will use like one or two pre-stylers, and then I pick my one post-styler and go with that. Or if I'm going to combine it with something, it's going to be like a hairspray or something to set it in. Sandy in the chat. Oh, shit. What up? Is your hair a blue flavor? Yeah. I don't know. What's a good blue flavor? Blue raspberry? Which do you think is the overall best post-styler from the salon guy, including collaborations like Crafted? That's a good question. I need a sip of beer before I answer that. Best post-styler. Geez, that's a really hard question. Because I really love his new grooming paste, the yellow label one. But I also still really love like Hustle. And I haven't used Clutch in a long time, but Clutch was fucking clutch. So I don't know. Maybe my overall favorite might still be Hustle. Oh geez. That's a really hard question though. And blue raspberry best flavor. You know that's right. Do I watch anime? If so, can I name some? I do enjoy anime. I haven't watched in a while. I probably the most recent one I watched was the 3rd season of the Castlevania anime on Netflix, which was fucking amazing. But yeah, I'm a like huge Cowboy Bebop fan. I'd like to watch Death Note again. I mean, when I was a kid, I was like, Dragon Ball Z was my absolute fucking shit. Like, every Saturday morning, I watched it. I mean, and I've seen some other popular ones along the way, like Yuri on Ice was good. Ghost in the Shell I enjoyed back in the day. Of course, like the famous ones like Akira, the movie. Samurai Champloo, Attack on Titan. I haven't watched the whole thing, but I think we watched the first season, which was amazing, and then just kind of fell off. I would like to get back into that. How to keep hair firm for a long time? I mean, I guess you would just use a thick boy product, like I feel like that's a pomade thing. That's like a pomade market. Like, if you want your hair to be like cemented into place, those are like the dudes who like to use like a shitload of pomade and just which is not my thing. I don't care for that on myself, but you know, like, some people look good with it. I don't, but otherwise, I would say if you don't want to do that, I mean, just invest in like a good hairspray. Like, Redken makes some good hairsprays, or like Oribe. You like spend like $40 on a hairspray if you want to get like Oribe or something, but it's really fucking good shit. Let's see. What did I miss about this gritty, trippy dystopian action movie? Oh, was that about Dread? That was about Dread. Yeah. Okay. Do you think any type of product will make your hair grow longer, or is it just genetics? I don't know. That's a tough question. Because there are tons of products out there that claim to, increase your hair growth. Like, first of all, I'm gonna go on record and say that I think stuff like sugar bear hair and other like vitamins that are supposed to make your hair grow longer are all complete bullshit, and they're just trying to get your money. That's my opinion. But honestly, I mean, maybe it has some effect. I don't know, of like eating healthy or whatever, but I think mostly the rate at which your hair grows, I think, is mostly genetics, but it does have to do with like blood flow in your scalp and stuff. So if you use a good quality shampoo and conditioner, and make sure that you really like massage the scalp when you're doing the shampoo, and like just get the blood flowing and stuff, that will help more than you would think. Gotta support the best men's hair product reviewer. Thanks, Sandy. It's very sweet of you. It cost me so much money. I just ordered Viper oil. Yeah, well, as Ali said, you won't regret it. I know it's expensive. It's like $28, but it's so fucking good. It's so good. It's amazing stuff. You will not be disappointed. If you want to try something new, Kevin Murphy's Super Goo. It's a weird name. Do not take into consideration the fact that it's a gel, because it's not just that. It's better pomade-y product. Interesting. I mean, Kevin Murphy makes some really good shit, and I haven't tried as much of it as I'd like to. So I would be interested in checking that out, among other things. Would you review Function of Beauty? I don't know what that is. What is that? What's your favorite beer? Ooh, that's a fucking hard question. I mean, I'm drinking one of my favorites, which is Fuzzy Baby Ducks IPA. But I don't know if it's my absolute favorite. I think maybe some of my absolute favorite beer was from Hill Farmstead, which is a Vermont brewery. I think they're like the #1 brewery in the world right now. And before the pandemic, so it was like, 2 summers ago, I went on a beer brewery trip with a couple of friends, and we went there, and those people at Hill Farmstead are like beer wizards. I don't know how they do what they do. Everything they make is amazing. Got any thoughts on argan oil or got to be glued for hair firm forever? Oh yeah, that's true. Got to be glued. That'll fuck you up real firm for a long time. That was like back in my high school goth days when I wanted to just have like these weird tiny little spikes like from like Mest. Does anybody remember the band Mest? That was like what got to be glued was good for. It's basically Elmer's glue, like for your head. That's what it is. Argan oil, yeah, argan oil is good. It's good for your hair and your scalp. But it's straight up argan oil is kind of like a waste of time now because so many products have argan oil in them. Like the Exmondo Viper oil. I'm definitely not sponsored by Exmondo, but you know, so you can get products that have argan oil in them that give you that benefit along with other benefits now. So it's like at the beginning when I first started doing this, I was using just like straight up argan oil as my pre-styler, which is fine, but you're missing out on the added benefits you could get from something that includes it with other things like some silicones or like baobab oil or you know, various other things that are typically used in like smoothing solutions like panthenol. Have I visited India or do I like anything of it? I have not visited India. I greatly enjoy Indian cuisine and I would like to make more of it. Try making more of it anyway. And I really like Indian accents. Like their speaking accent is very like pleasant to listen to for me. Do I watch Pokemon? I do not. Which I get shit for sometimes. Pokemon was a big part of like Allie's childhood. It was not really mine. When I like, we're only 2 years apart, but as a child, I was big like Dragon Ball Z man, and Pokemon when I was a kid, I was like, I don't know. I don't really remember my reasoning. I just didn't like it for some reason. I didn't really give it a chance back then, to be honest. Would you ever consider growing out all your hair to donate it to charity? I'm going to donate 16 inches to Wigs for Kids in a couple years. That's really fucking cool. That's definitely something I think that I would like to do if I could stand to grow my hair for that long. I've never done it though. The closest I've ever come was my senior year of high school when I grew it like my whole head. I just like didn't get a haircut for a while and I ended up looking like a shaggy Frodo Baggins for a while. You're welcome, Sarah. I hope that answered your question. I think Function of Beauty is a shampoo. Okay, it's a custom shampoo and conditioner. You put your hair info and design. Oh, okay, so it's like Formulate. Function of Beauty sells customized shampoo and conditioner. Okay. Yeah, so it's like another, it's Formulate but a different brand. That's like a popular thing lately, I think, is these brands where you kind of you put in some details about your hair type and like what you want in a shampoo and conditioner, and they come up with a formula for you, which is a cool concept. I do really like that. Like I really enjoyed Formulate, so I probably would like the other one too. But I'll have to look into that at some point. Yeah. Shaggy Frodo Baggins. Frodo Baggins. It comes in pints. Who's my jam? One of my jams. I'm growing my hair right now, and it's currently in the awkward phase. It's incredibly fine. So what type of product would you recommend? Should I just not use any and tie my hair up? So it's long. Your hair is long enough to tie up, but not like. Because for me, awkward stage is a lot shorter than that. But so like, how long exactly are we talking now? In the meantime, I'll look at some of these other questions. Do you think beard elixirs, like oils for beard growth, work? I don't know. Probably not. I feel like that's along the same lines as the hair growth thing. Like hair and beard growth are mostly genetic, and you can help them along, by using good quality products and like stimulating blood flow and stuff. But I think as far as I'm concerned, beard oils they're going to make your beard softer, for sure. But are they going to help it grow longer? I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know. Like, if there's some science, show me the science. Maybe, but just off the top of my head, I don't think that would be a thing. I know you don't have fine hair, but do you have any recommendations for longer fine hair products? Yeah, like define longer. Like what are you after? Like do you need like volume, or do you need just kind of like control and some texture? I mean, depending on how long, like you would probably benefit from like a sea salt spray, or maybe like the Wave Tech foam from Xmondo, or like something that's going to give you some body and some volume and some control. Thoughts on Black Ship by Flagship? I have never used it, Michael. I'm sad to say. I know that's like a very popular. Was that their first product? I don't know. I know it's just a very popular one, but I've never used it. Any new styling product reviews coming soon? Yeah, all plenty. There's like all kinds of shit. I was talking about it a little bit earlier. I've got concrete paste from Earthmade coming up, I think, next. Then we've got line of products from Cub & Co. I have some less well-known stuff like Dash for Him clay. I have, I don't know, some like new products from brands. I have so much stuff. So there's definitely many coming up. Okay, Bizarrian. In retrospect, it's probably not in the awkward phase, since the top is like 8 inches, sides are 3, and the back is around 6 or 7. Okay, so that's pretty long. So I guess, it depends on how much like hold you're after. But if you just want something that's going to give you, some like control and smoothing and texture, probably something like the Crafted Blow Dry Cream would be ideal for you. And then if you want to add, some like hold on top of that, I might go with something like a touch of like an oil-based clay, like Fuertes or Grand Classic Texture Bomb, just for like added texture and conditioning. maybe biotin or Rogaine would help regrowth. Yeah, I mean, I've heard some people have some success with like Rogaine and stuff if they were like losing hair, if it was thinning. Biotin I've been seeing a lot lately. That's been like a popular thing. I don't know from experience whether it works or not. Maybe. Are you going to try the new Forte stuff like the sea salt spray? I don't know. Maybe. I'm sure I'll get to it eventually, because I think probably people will ask for it, which is cool. But I don't know. For like thus far, excuse me, I've spent a total of probably like $120 on Forte stuff. And the majority of it was disappointing. So like I'm not in a hurry to spend more money to to review their products, if I'm honest, because it's like I'm not expecting it to be amazing. But I will probably review them eventually, yeah. Gotta run, but the burp edits forever, boo. Cheers, Sandy. Thanks for coming by. Catch you soon. My hair looks dry but feels soft. Could this be due to using a matte paste? Yeah, definitely. Because a lot of matte pastes give you like a dry matte finish. So, you know, I would recommend maybe trying something with more of a natural finish on it and see if that might have a better result for you. Have you ever considered doing a Brazilian blowout on your hair to have it straight for 3 months, or are you completely satisfied with your blow drying routine? I've several times considered having a Brazilian blowout done, just to try it and see. You know, I mean, obviously the drawback to that for someone like me and my hair length is it's a very expensive process. It's like a couple $100, and I don't know. I feel like a Brazilian blowout would be more worth it for somebody who has like long hair than someone with short hair like me. But I'm certainly not opposed to trying it just to like see how it would work, because it would be fucking nice to like be able to just wake up and like style my hair without having to blow dry it for 10 to 15 minutes to make it straight, you know? Phone and Xbox both streaming in their different times. Phone is faster? That's interesting. I wonder. Oh, you know what? I think I had like one other, or maybe two other ahead of time questions that I forgot to pepper in. So let me grab those quick. All right. So this one we have, in all seriousness, how do you deal with people that you previously argued or had a disagreement with? Like, imagine you bumped into a salty keyboard warrior in real life. I'm a pretty content person, but current situations force me to block, ignore, ban every person who triggers me. I don't know. I feel like most of like the shitpost comments that I get, they bothered me more when I was first getting into the swing of the channel, and like these days I know that it's just something that comes with being a persona on the internet. Like I am fully aware that being on the internet, posting content of myself, like there's you're never gonna make everyone happy, and there's always gonna be somebody who just tries to get on your nerves because people are trolls sometimes. You know, so I expect that. And it doesn't really bother me anymore. Like at this point, it's like I just think of it as content fodder for like comment roasting videos or other things. And so like if somebody leaves me a shitpost comment these days, like I don't get upset about it. I'm just like, yeah, fuck, keep them coming because I'm just going to roast you later. You know what I mean? When you said shitpost, I thought of that Sal guy. Yeah, fucking Sal, bro. I'm surprised he's not here right now, like shitposting in the live chat. That would have been something. But yeah, you know, it's definitely, it took me a while. I mean, and there are still, every once in a while you get a comment that just like gets to you, you know? I mean, that's just part of being human, I think. And like if nothing ever bothered you, that's a whole other thing, but I don't know. I think it's over time I just developed somewhat of an ability to just not give a fuck about it anymore and just take it all in stride and say, you know what? I can't please everybody, and that's okay. And people who get really salty and get nasty and leave shitpost comments are just gonna get fucking roasted on the internet because they're leaving a shitpost comment on a public forum on my content. That's like a wide open door for you to get bitch slapped right back by me. So that's kind of how I deal with that these days, I think. Let's see. I think I had one other pre-asked question that I don't want to forget about. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is an easy one. Have you ever been to Italy or any other country outside the U.S.? I have. I went to Italy when I was a very small child with my family because I do still have some extended family who lives in Italy to this day. I have very few memories because we're talking like real young, like 2-3 years old. I'm surprised I have any memories of it at all, but I do have some. Like I remember trying to pet this cat named Max and he scratched me. I remember that. And aside from that, I have been to Dominican Republic. Allie and I went on our honeymoon. We went to Punta Cana, and I am fucking dying to go back because that was such an amazing experience, and I would just like, I feel like I was hoping we were going to be able to go again for our 5-year anniversary this summer. But obviously with the pandemic and everything, I don't know if that's going to be possible. So we might have to push that off another year or something, but absolutely would love to go back. And I would love to see some other countries outside the U.S. I mean, I'd love to go to England, maybe France. I'd love to, there's plenty of places I'd love to see that I haven't, but I have been to a couple. All right, let's see. We'll get back to the live questions here now. How do you go about matching fashion-colored hair with your outfits? It seems like something like hot pink hair wouldn't match with an entire wardrobe. That's definitely a thing. You're not wrong, Steph. But it's not too big of a concern for me because I personally wear a lot of dark colors. So I wear like a lot of black and gray and dark blue and dark purple and whatever. So most of my wardrobe just happens to work with various colored hair. That is, but that is, it could be a drawback of having, you know, like a bright fashion color hair, is that it's not necessarily going to pair well with your entire wardrobe. But that's another reason that, like, you know, fashion colors also fade out pretty quickly. So you could change your hair color, you know, every couple of months. So then you can kind of change it. That's why, like, I tend to change mine seasonally. So like every, you know, 3-4 months, I'll change my hair color, and then you can kind of use that with your, you know, alternate your wardrobe along with that. I think a Brazilian blowout would really dry out the hair. I don't know. The people I've seen do it, it seems to be like, makes their hair real smooth and soft. But I don't know. I've never done it, so. Do you use anything for your hair to not lose it? Because a lot of men with age lose their hair. Do you think it's just genetic? I mean, I don't use anything in particular. I think I just got lucky and I got my mom's hair genetics. And I mean, I do definitely think it is mostly a genetic thing. There certainly are things that you can do and try. But personally, I've been very lucky and I haven't had to fuck with any of that stuff yet. Most important question of the day: how's the good boy today? He is good. He's lazy. He's a lazy boy. He just recently turned 12. Our little corgi boy, Einzie. And but he's doing well. He's just lazy. He likes to sleep a lot, and you know, he likes to hang out and eat snacks. And in his old age, I think we're spoiling him a little bit more these days, which is okay. But he does still love, not so much now because it's cold and the roads are salty and shit, but he still does love going on walkies and stuff. And he likes hanging out with his cousin dogs. And, you know, he's a good boy. If I wanted to give my hair texture and volume but little hold, would sea salt sprays work better or mousses? You could go with either or, really. I've had better experiences with sea salt sprays of late than mousses. Like, for me, mousses are more drying somehow than sea salt sprays, which is kind of surprising to think about. But, yeah, because they kind of both do the same thing. Like, they add volume, whatever. I think sea salt sprays will give you more texture. Mousse would give you more hold and less texture. That's the worst part about Brazilian blowouts. There are people who drop hundreds of dollars on it every 3 months. Like, when you have a good blow drying routine, it seems pointless. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, do I really want to spend a couple $100 on, you know, on a blowout when, like, I'm used to spending 10 minutes to blow dry my hair every 2 days? You know, like, whatever. Yeah, I had a Brazilian blow dry. My hair year length was good for a couple of months, but just a different kind of maintenance on using sulfate-free stuff, etc. Then it washes out. Yeah, so I don't know. I might try it someday, but I'm not like chomping at the bit for it. I have fine straight hair and wish I had some life to my hair, like waves or curls. You should consider yourself lucky. Yeah, you know, that's one of those things. There's just like a you know, natural thing. People with curly hair want straight hair. People with straight hair want curls. So I've kind of embraced my hair. These, like, I still straighten it out a bit with a blow dryer, but I'm not trying to get it like pin straight or anything. My favorite comment of yours was the immature lit fam squad dabbing faggot that made me shit my pants. Yeah, that was a weird. That's definitely like an R rare insults thing. I should put that on there. Maybe I'll get some karma. Odin from Temples and Tonics. Do you got it? What's your favorite clay? I do not have Odin. I just actually saw it like for the first time this morning. I knew nothing about it until just today. And favorite clay right now? I don't know. It's hard to pick just one, man. But I've been greatly enjoying Fuerte's clay reform. So true. I remember watching your reactions to salty comments, and it's crazy because so many are homophobic, racist, and straight up ignorant garbage comments. So nice that now it's 98% positive. Yeah, I agree with that. You know, I really do, like, I'm lucky, I think, in the YouTube world that I have really mostly great comments. I really get very few shit posts. Honeymoon to Dominican Republic. You were born there. Oh shit, that's awesome. Yeah, when we were there, we took like a tour of the real Dominican Republic, and we saw, you know, it was crazy to see like how poor a lot of the island is and stuff. But the people who live there just enjoy life, and they're like, yeah, I mean, we just make a party wherever we can. Like, we see friends on the street, we're like, yo, let's fucking party, dude. Life's good. And you know, that was kind of eye-opening in a way. And besides the fact that, like, yeah, the island is beautiful. very excited to go back. You attended the crock pot? No, the crock pot's good, babe. Thank you for asking. It's actually, we're coming up upon the time that corned beef in the crock pot is ready to be eaten, so that's exciting. Got straight hair, but it's normal thickness, and I don't wake up with good hair. When I style it, I had to get volume plus to direct it where I want. I mean, I feel like that's most people. Like, you're not just gonna wake up with amazing hair. Looking for a firm hold, low shine pomade for a slicker side part pop. Something I can set it and forget it, but also keep the hair healthy, unlike typical gel types. Check out Sauce Like Gravy. Check out Bayside Original Pomade. I think you would like that. It's like basically exactly what you described. My natural hair is 3C curls, which is really curly, kind of twister curls. Blow out my hair every 2 to 3 days straight. Comes out looking so nice and straight and flowy. Nice. Good night from London. Cheers, Paul. Thanks for coming by. Thought I'd let you know that my fiance and I have our own memes we use that reference to you guys. Oh, that's really sweet, Adam. That's awesome. Visit Dominican Republic every 3 to 4 years, and it's pretty sad to see how poor some parts can be. Regardless, though, everyone there tends to be happy and fun-loving. The island in general is beautiful. Yeah, that 100%. Like, I really so enjoyed being in Dominican Republic, like, for many reasons. I mean, of course, we were on a resort, but, like, we did venture out a little bit, and just amazing food, great, fun-loving people, fun times. And it, like, now that we've been there, like, we kind of know the routine, so I would feel more at home going back again. I'll tell you what, when we first got there on our honeymoon, it was pretty terrifying. Like, we showed up at the airport and my ears were fucked up from the plane and I couldn't hear anything, and people just grabbed our luggage and were like walking away speaking Spanish and brought us to this like candy van in a dark parking lot to bring us to the resort, and we were like, are we getting kidnapped? What's happening? But thankfully another couple got on and they were like, oh no, you're in the right place, you're good, don't worry about it. But you know, now that we know how all that works, like, it'll be just so much more fun to go back. So hopefully once vaccine rollout gets farther along and this pandemic starts to get under control, I really would love to go back there. Yeah. On the verge of getting Fuertes clay, but a little skeptical whether it'll work for my fine wavy hair. Need that thickness and strong hold. If you want something that's going to provide more thickness than Fuertes, I would say check out something like the Salon Guy Yellow Label clay, or Earthmade clay pomade, or what else? Stronghold. I don't know. Yeah, because oil-based clays, at least for me, I found, generally speaking, oil-based clays don't offer a lot in the world of like thickening, which is probably why they work so well for me, because like I don't need the thickening as much. I just need the control and the whatever. Us white people aren't used to the ways of the real world. Yeah. But yeah, it's yeah, I'm trying to think of another clay that has a big thickening effect. I don't know. I mean, like, there's Morris Motley that has a thickening effect, but if you want to spend, $50 on a clay, or I guess $45, whatever, But yeah, there's plenty of options out there. It'd be like that sometimes. All right, well, I guess it's about 5 o'clock, so it's almost time for, it's just about time for us to feed our boys, our dog and our cat. And then I've got some delicious fucking corned beef in the crock pot that we're going to make some corned beef sandwiches out of. So we've been streaming for a couple hours now. I think that's pretty good. It's a pretty solid 25K special. We had a lot of good questions. We had a decent number of concurrent viewers, which is different. Morris Motley is expensive. It is really fucking expensive. I was saying earlier, I don't know if you were here. You were here for that. I was saying that I'm really looking forward to buying their Oak Moss perfume, which is also very expensive, but that's like the first thing of theirs that I'm really like genuinely excited to buy. Oh yes, the question from Allie. What do I plan on playing on the gaming channel in the near future? Self plugs, always be plugging. I want to finish up Demon Souls. I would really love to play through God of War again since they released the 60 FPS patch for PS5, and that game was fucking amazing. Like I was talking about earlier with Adam, potentially a Bloodborne run through. And then other like upcoming new games coming out. Returnal looks wild. I don't know. We were talking the other day. I really would love to play like Lost Odyssey again, which was not old, but it was an Xbox 360 game that was like basically Squaresoft and like amazing music, and I think it was a very underrated, awesome RPG. So that might be something that might come up on the gaming channel in a while. I think that would be really fun because I feel like that game didn't get a lot of attention that it deserves. But yeah, and then I don't know. Maybe someday, if there's ever any goddamn news about Elden Ring being a real game, maybe we can fucking play that. But probably before that, probably the FF7 remake Yuffie DLC will be a thing. Moroccan oil clay is maybe good for fine hair. Yeah, probably. Cheers, Adam. Thank you. Yeah, so have I tried Invictus? I haven't. No, I haven't started messing around with much in the way of like pricey fragrances yet. Oak Moss is going to be my first one that's like a legit purchase for those. But I would like to try others. It's just so goddamn expensive. So it's like I have to go find a perfume counter and get samples or something. I don't know. But oh, I see our boy Mamoru is hungry for his dinner. So I guess that's the sign.
He was waiting outside the door.
Oh. Had my eyes on Moroccan oil clay. Wasn't sure if it's worth it. Yeah, I mean, it seems to be great for thin-haired folks. I wish it was great for me because I fucking love the Moroccan oil scent. But it just didn't work that well for me. But I do want to try it again because I think I might have just gotten a bad batch or something. Yeah, I'll definitely hit you up, Adam, for Bloodborne. Definitely. I want to try out the that new chalice thing that's like the false depths or whatever. I don't know. But Kaylin King and Queen stream was so good and super informative. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, he's a cute kitten. He's a bit of an asshole sometimes, but what cat isn't, you know? He's a good boy. But all right, yeah. So thanks everybody. Thanks so much for coming by. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the questions. Thanks for 25,000 fucking subscribers. I know it's still small on the YouTube world of big name people, but fuck them. Like this, it's big for me. I mean, that's a fucking stadium full of people, you know? So I appreciate all of you. I appreciate your continued support. And I look forward to what comes next. So I'll catch you all soon. Next video, as I mentioned earlier, is probably going to be the Earth-made concrete paste review. Cheers, guys. Thanks so much. I appreciate all the love and support. Everybody have a wonderful rest of their Sunday evening. And yeah, more streams. I definitely, now that I'm getting used to this setup, I think streams would definitely be more of a regular occurrence. It'll be cool. Yeah, have a good day, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace.